Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Lynnay. I'm a spiritual facilitator and teacher, and I'm currently in the middle of traveling. I'm in Paris now. I was in London for a couple of weeks, and soon I'm going to be headed back to the States to be with my family. The reason I am posting this video is I want to start breaking down the Ascension process. I know a lot of people out there are talking about it. And in my travels, I went to a couple of groups, very nice people, but I noticed what people are really looking for is the how. We keep hearing about it, but nobody seems to really know how to do this and how to make it through, the fake matrix, so to speak. So I'm going to be shooting a bunch of videos. I'm going to make them a little bit smaller, shorter, so you don't have to watch these lengthy videos. And I'm just going to start knocking out things that I've done in my process and how I've gotten to where I am today in it. And I want to start off this video by saying it's not for the weak. I can tell you that much. But if I can do it, you can do it. And that's the biggest thing that I want people to know is, I really didn't know what the hell I was committing to when I decided to listen to my higher self and choose me. So the first thing I want to talk about is how the real depth of this started for me. Because I could go back years when I started, but I really, that was really just kind of following my intuitive guidance. And this is more about when the deep healing work happened in the past year. So I'm just going to kind of talk about 2016, 2017. That's when it started. And it started with a choice, a really big choice for me that I had to make. And it started, I wasn't in the right relationship and I knew it. And financially, things were not okay for me. So I chose to move into my office because I had been living with him for 2 months. And I knew the day that I moved in, no, this isn't the right move. And my guides were kind of like, hey, why not live in your office? And so I'm like, hey, all right. I gotta tell you, it was a prideful experience for somebody who's always had it together, who's always had their own house, who's always taking care of, their family. I mean, for me, my son, he's 23 now, so he wasn't living with me. So I was just solely responsible for myself in this journey. But that choice that I made to choose me and honor myself and know that, I wasn't going to be homeless on the street. I did have a roof over my head and I was making it work. And that is kind of what catapulted that next step. And it was really, this is about the emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. All of them are equally important. It's really important that people know that too. So the biggest thing that started for me, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now. I actually want to back up. In the beginning of 2016, I had to do some forgiving and expressing myself. And it was to my parents. And it was just like, here's this list. I'm tired of trying to fit into this thing, and I sent it to him, and we sat down together as a family and we talked about it, my parents and I, and we went through it. And I'm lucky because I know not a lot of people have that opportunity to be able to sit down with some, sorry, didn't mean to get choked up here. Sorry. My mom is not healthy right now, so this is a sensitive part for me because it's so silly. We go our entire lives, born into this family, not understanding that we're each other's teachers, trying to clean up old karmic issues. And half the time we're trying to run away from our family, and you know, you love them, but you love them from a distance. And then all of a sudden you go through this healing process and you release all these veils, and you become so much more loving and compassionate, and you let go of all the stupid stuff that doesn't matter, and you can love your family again with like all your heart. And then all of a sudden you find out, like, we can do this as a family, like we can do this together. And then your mom like suddenly gets sick, like really sick. Like, and not much longer to live. And you realize, crap, I'm so grateful that I got to clean this up while she was still here. But I really wish I would have went more years with this love that I have in my heart for her here, now, not towards the end. So anyways, sorry to break down on this one, but I guess that's kind of the point of where I'm going with this process. You do feel so much more alive, and you get things and you see things from different perspectives, and you're free of the baggage. And I look at it and I'm like, we spend so much money on weddings, and half the people get more than half, which, let's be honest, it's like, what, 70-80% of people get divorces. Why not invest your money on bringing your family together and healing old wounds? Like, yeah, all right. So there's one video. There's my introduction. Let's see if I do better on the next one. All right, thanks. Bye.